Hi guys, welcome to the 11th chapter, which is understanding understanding planes of face, like the complete face. And now it will be very easy to make the face, because planes of the face, because we have already done the important part, which is the eyes and the lips. And all we have to do now is just to combine them together. I didn't tell anything about the planes of the nose because it was covered with the eyes only, and there is very few planes here and there which you can always change, which you can always change while making the entire while making all the planes when you are completing your portraiture. So the steps are same. First, we will make that Andrew Loomis circle and everything. I'm using a red pen, red brush, so that you will be able to see more. Just don't copy this. This is just a reference, and all we have to do is to all I'm using this is to just understand the planes. So first, I will make the Andrew Loomis circle. I'll be very quick because all these things are already done in our previous chapter, and you can always go back and refer to those videos. I might be skipping few one or two things which I think are not that much required, but uh, just make the basic structure of the face. You don't have to be very nice with it at this moment. When you will make planes, things will get better automatically. This is the beauty of using of understanding the fundamentals. You don't have to do the mathematical calculations while making the portrait. Now I will make the basic structure of the nose, right, the same way we did. So I will make this like divide the lower part of the nose into two planes, and you can do the same for the middle part as well. That is all, like the planes for the nose. I mean, I told you it's not that big of a thing, like which you have to really worry about. But yeah, so for the lips, right, for the lips, I think that this is way too much. Maybe a little bit like this, just a rough kind of a layout. Then I will make this for the lips, and I will be just skipping everything and just directly making the planes for the lips part, uh, just to save us some time, because we so that we can do the other things as well. Same here. We know how to make planes here. We'll be joining this to this to this, and you can join these things as well. Then the planes of the eyes as well. I'm just quickly making them so that you will have an idea. So this is so it's very easy now. Sorry, I didn't. I made a mistake. So like this, similarly like this. We have already done this thing. You can join this like this, right? And we used to join this like this and this. Fine. And what else? There is one big, like, what I will say is there is this kind of a plane which is like this, which is covering the entire this plane, right? So just play around with it, just make your own shapes. That's what I want from you guys to do. Just don't follow any particular kind of, but you have to make these like basic planes always, so that then you can make your own planes according to your own understanding. Like, see, it's not tough now, everything is easy. But what I will be doing after this is just I will be making like few changes in the planes as well. Like, this is like way too many planes, but when you start making them, you realize that it's not that big of a deal. You can also do this. So what I will do is I will now change few things which I think will look much better, like this, maybe like this, just finalizing the planes. So we used to connect this line here, but I think so that to show the cheek more, I will change the shape here a little bit, like this, right? Similarly for here, like this, like this. Now you have the idea, right? Main thing is the fundamentals. And again this, you can similarly, like, there should be a symmetry here, and right, just start experimenting now. This is the phase of experimenting with with the planes. At this stage you can make whatever, like, see, there is this big plane, but what I'm going to divide, what I will do is, like, there's a jawline, so I will make like this, and maybe make two planes here, right? Similarly here you can make one as well if you want, whatever you think. Give it a more three-dimensional shape, like this. From this I'm giving a little bit of, not little bit, like way too much three dimension here, and right. So see how we started, and now we have made so many planes, just because we already learned how to make planes when we were making the eye. So first make the planes for the eyes and the lips, and then connect all together, all of them together, and then start defining like this. I define it with the black kind of a pencil brush here, black colored brush here, and you will get your plane. The final stage is just, I will say, when you are practicing the planes, you can give like little bit of shading as well, to give like more three dimensionality to your portrait, right? Like this, and you can take this as a reference. So like this, and you can experiment also, you just don't have to follow that reference. So little less here, right? And little dark, like this, and this. So for the lips, we already did the last time as well, right? You can do something like this, just give some three dimensionality to your portrait, to your planes, and maybe a little darker plane like this. And I think I'll make this a little bit darker, like this. I'll make this more darker, even though in our reference it's not. I'm just experimenting with it, how it will look. So just make your own shapes. This is way too much dark, maybe I should use a white. Yeah, so it's quite simple, guys, if you follow the steps, if you will follow all the previous videos which we have been using to create the portrait for using the shapes, and then I will honestly say we haven't used any anatomical kind of, like, like a deep anatomical study. We don't require at this point. All we can do is just play around with the shapes a bit, and you can do a very nice job here. So it's quite easy. So I will give you another example. This time I won't be making like everything from the scratch. Like for example, this is this woman, and first we will use the Andrew Lume kind of a circle, and I have made these planes, right? You can see these planes here. Like, see, very important. There are planes which are very very important, like this one. Like, this is an entire plane, right? This is another plane. This is a plane. These are like the big planes, right? Once you define them, then you can play around with the shorter planes, which are like the not shorter, like the smaller planes, like this. And I'll just remove this. And after this, I told you to finalize what you think can be like more, better planes, because every person has a different kind of a face structure and their planes changes. So there's no end to this. There can be so many planes, but I will say go slow, and even the experimentation should have some, should have some logic behind it. You just can't make some shape which is not, filling that particular space, and it will look bit weird. So don't do that. Instead of that, just have some patience, keep playing around with the shapes like this. Then I put a little bit of shading, then you can see the three dimensionality in the structure. So that's all guys for the planes of the face, and I think we have almost done everything. uh, I will be there will be, I guess, more like 2-3 videos only in which we will, the finalize our portrait. And I hope you learned something today. Thank you so much guys. Have a nice day.